What is going on, people? Day number 19 of the 31 Days Half October series, which I'm doing on this channel, is upon us. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's my take on the 31 Days of Horror, 31 Days of Halloween, whatever have you, where a bunch of us are doing 31 horror movie reviews in 31 days. So you get a horror movie review for every day of the month of October. So if you're a person who watches only scary movies during October, you'll have a whole bunch of movies to watch for a long time coming. If you're a person that watches horror movies all year round, maybe you'll find some that you haven't heard of before, and you'll have stuff to add to your, watch list. So like I said, I call mine a little bit different. I call mine the 31 Days Half October. And I do mine a little bit different. I try to do more independent titles, and I try to do them in alphabetical order. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, so I'll have to pivot every once in a while. But I try to stick to that trend. Some people are doing, sequels. They're doing, I know the 13th Wolfman is doing Around the World, so he does stuff from everywhere. So I'll get into that after my review. But before I get into the review, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy this review, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit that little bell button so you know when I do upload more stuff, whether it's reviews or anything like that. Technically, you don't have to do it this month because I'll be doing a video every day. But for future reference, if I do reviews or unboxings or show off the collection or something, then it'll be best to have that bell button rung, so then you know when I do upload more stuff. So anyway, today, like I said, is day number 19, and the letter I'm going with is O, and the movie I'm going with is Olivia. This movie is put out by Vinegar Syndrome from 1983, I believe. This movie was directed by Ulli Lommel. It's written by Ulli Lommel, John P. Marsh, and others. It stars Suzanna Love, Robert Walker Jr., Jeff Winchester, among many others. So pretty much what this movie is about, it's like a rape revenge kind of deal movie, but it's about, like I said, the girl Olivia, who is an adult, reminisces about when she was younger. Her mother, when she was young, got killed by a client. Her mother was a prostitute, so she witnessed this murder of her mother and the client. And now, as an older woman, she is now in a relationship with a someone who treats her wrong, who's horrible and all that stuff. And she starts going off the deep end, and pretty much she starts seeing hallucinations or whatever of her mother, who is now telling her in her mind to go and kill all evil men. So pretty much what happens is she turns into, a prostitute, and as every client that she gets, she ends up killing them. Don't want to get way too deep into it, but, some of the kills are all right. This is from the 80s, so some of them are a little cheesy. But the idea of, someone slowly going crazy and then seeing their dead mother, which now is telling them to go and kill, is definitely an interesting one. It's nothing that I've never seen before. You have those, something evil, bad happens, and then they go after the culprit or whatever, but it has its own spin on it. This is, like I said, put out by Vinegar Syndrome, so for those of you who've never seen my reviews or anything like that, what I like to do is I'll put a trailer for the movie in case you've never seen it before. I'll leave a link to where you can purchase it. So this one, by whatever, is off of Vinegar Syndrome, so you're gonna have to go to Vinegar Syndrome and pick that up. But yeah, simple, very, like I said, nothing groundbreaking by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a technical rape revenge type movie where, let's just say, the more the worse off some people have, the crazier they get. So I'll leave it at that. Again, in the description, I'll leave the link for the trailer. I'll leave the link for the IMDb write-up. And I'll leave the link to where you can purchase it. Like I said, it's all Vinegar Syndrome. Also in the description, I'll leave everybody else who's doing some kind of 31 days. Like I said, the 13th Wolfman's doing Around the World. Super Retro Throwback Reviews is doing Sequel Mania. There's a whole bunch of people. I think it's Retro Horrors doing like 100 movies in 31 days, which is crazy. Torch the Fennekin, he's a good guy. He's doing his own 31-day type deal. I don't know if it's going to be a full 31 days of horror movie reviews, but I know he's trying to do something horror related throughout the month. Just check the description for everyone else. Check their stuff. Like I said, if you've seen this before, if you don't care about it, if you checked out all 18 other days and you really don't care about those movies, go ahead and check everybody else out, because you'll have movies for months, for years. Like I said, if you only watch horror movies for a certain amount of time. And then, like in the description, I'll leave all my other social media links. I got a Facebook fan page, I got a Twitter, I got an Instagram where I show off the movies behind me. I got a well, I'm trying to get back my TikTok. I'm part of the Wicked Horror Show, where tonight, the 19th, we are reviewing. We are interviewing 3 guys from the movie Dead Drop Gorgeous. So if you're into horror movie podcasts, check us out live, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube if you're watching this now. If you aren't watching it and you're watching it at a later date, it is up on Facebook and YouTube. You can check that out. Or if you're more of an audio podcast listener, you could check us out on the Dorkening Podcast Network, where just look up the Wicked Horror Show and you'll find all our audio versions of our shows. And check out the Wicked Horror Show Instagram, which is on Instagram. So check that out. We're trying to grow. And I have my own website now, TonyHas9fingers.com. So check that out. It's pretty much, talking about my love for movies, and I put a whole bunch of my reviews and stuff on there, so it might be a little bit easier to find, but check that out as well. So check the description for everything I talk about. And yeah, like I said, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell button so you know when I do upload more stuff. And I guess until tomorrow, I'll see you guys.